Hi singers, this is Sara Seglem-Hocking, and I would like to continue my discussion on the four most important components of good singing, which are air, space, diction, and interpretation. So I'd like to break down the air part of that for you. When we take a breath in and we send the air out, as singers, that's the lifeblood of your sound. So without good support of that air, things aren't going to sound as strong or clear as they might be if you're not engaging these muscles. So I have a little whiteboard prepared for you. So let's go over some of these principles. When you're taking your breath in, everything is going to expand. Your abdomen is going to go down. Your rib cage is going to expand. So you want to think down and out all at once. So all the muscles have a singular reaction. Okay, everything's getting big all at once. Now you'll see here in my little diagram, we have our sternum and the rib cage, lungs, the diaphragm, which is that membrane that separates the upper parts from the lower parts. We really don't talk too much about it, but it is going to go down when we take our breath in, when our lungs fill up and we move everything else out of the way. So this is your pelvis, belly button, rib cage. Okay, so all that's expanding at the same time. You don't want to go up like this. You want the neck to be relaxed. You want the shoulders to stay relaxed, and everything underneath is what is expanding. Now you also want a clear pipe for the air to go down. So if you're hearing a lot of resistance, like that means something's clogging things up in there. We want to open that up. Okay? So notice how I opened my mouth, stretched everything open, and I could take a breath in and fill up everything in a split second. So if you're singing a melismatic passage, you might need to take a really quick breath, or if you have only an eighth rest worth of time to do it in, it's amazing what the body can do if you practice these techniques so you're ready for anything that your music might throw at you. Okay, so let's we've got the expansion part down, but it gets a little more complicated after that when you start to send the air. So I want you to imagine a tube of toothpaste. Now, we don't want to squish it in the middle. We want to roll it up from the bottom. So imagine that your body is this tube of toothpaste. You're going to roll up from the bottom your support. So everything is big, and then you're going to engage these low tummy muscles like a tuck from underneath. You don't want to go like we did the opposite of taking your air in. We want to roll up from the bottom in stages. Pubic bone to belly button is phase 1. Belly button to sternum, phase 2. Then the rib cage is phase 3. So if I take my breath in and then I say I'm doing a hiss to indicate I'm tucking those muscles all the way down here up and doling that air out. Then I'm going from the belly button to the sternum. Ribs are still out. And then the last thing to go, the rib cage. There's still good air there that you can utilize. Now, depending on the style of singing you're doing, you're not always going to need such an aggressive breath plan. But if you're singing classically, then you certainly can use this technique to help you get more breath support and last longer in a phrase. Contemporary music these days doesn't require a lot of breath volume. You still need support, but as far as longevity of breath, they might have a rest in every measure. So that might not be the issue, but you certainly want to engage these lower muscles to get a clean, clear sound, even if you don't need 4 measures worth of breath. So don't write off this idea until you try it, okay? So the next videos will be breaking down space, diction, and interpretation. But meanwhile, you can practice this by standing in front of a mirror. Try a hiss. So you're going to expand everything and then see how long you can go without getting tense in the shoulders. Do it a few times. Don't hyperventilate. Be careful. All right, so go practice, and I'll see you next time.